Ladies and gentlemen, the microphone, so we'll do it with that. Put the microphone. Put the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Paul, the trustees and the QRMW itself, welcome to today. This is a commemoration service and I would like to introduce initially Dave Tilley. Dave? I'm here. Thank you, Dave.
Right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We're here actually to commemorate Partners Tree. Thank you to the trustees of the Woodland Garden that's donated this tree to Bob Jones, a member of the 3rd Battalion of the Queen's Regiment, who sadly passed away. I remember Jonah joining us in Recce Platoon as a driver to go and drive a sergeant by the name of Barry Cobbold. Jonah was a lovely guy, and I'm proud today here his brother Peter is here today. Jonah was always cheerful. I always had a smile on his face. Although after leaving the army he went to live in Belize, where he married Nettie and lived there for I think 43 years. Over that 43-year period, some persons were able to get out to see him. Me one, Bill Dixon, Dave Johnson, while he was in Belize, and give us all a good time. We didn't have a good time taking down Airport Camp. Right, Bob Jones. What do we remember about him in the Three Queens? He left a legacy. This IT world, Bob Jones left us a website, which we're in communication with everybody across the country, across the world. Canada, Australia, you name it, we've probably got someone there who's thankful for Bob for setting up the website. That's the Raw Sussex Three Queens. It's probably got the best photograph album from Korea onwards, right the way back up to the last reunion. It's got a massive bank of photos. Please go on there, have a look. He's brought people together from the Royal Sussex was the last regiment to leave Korea, and on that website they got a Korea web page, and he's brought people together that's not met for over 50 odd years. So Bob, I thank you for leaving us this legacy. And I think probably at this appropriate time for Bob, seeing a nice cheerful guy as he was, for leaving us this lovely website and communication across the globe, I think we should give him 3 cheers. Hip hip! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Hip hip! Hooray! Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, guys.
Can I now introduce Barry Crocker? Barry, where are you? Thank you, Barry.
Come over there where he is. I've been asked to say a few words about Dave. I lost contact with him over 45 years ago. This must have been around about the time I was demobbed. I met Dave in Hong Kong, and this would have been just after Christmas 1966. A Company had just come back from Borneo. I was in D Company, and I didn't get back to Hong Kong until December. He was in a different section to me, or I moved on to A Company after coming back and was 4 platoon with Dave. He was in a completely different section, but we were still 4 platoon. He used to carry the machine gun. Now in those days I can't remember whether he had LMGs, light machine guns, or GPMGs, but whatever they were heavy. And when you're in Hong Kong going over the mountains of Kowloon, it was hard work, believe you me. He was a strong lad, he would never complain, and he used to walk all over the place with his machine guns. It was absolutely fantastic. After a short time we left Hong Kong and came back to England. Now we moved as a split battalion, half to Horsham, half to Hobbs Barracks. They started to form an anti-tank platoon. I was one of the 2 drivers that was sent from Horsham back to England, or from Ireland back to England, to do a recruiting drive. When I got back to Ireland, who should I find in my platoon? Dave. Not only Dave, but Jeff was there as well. So I had the 2 of them. Now, we did a bit of anti-tank training for a little while, but then the rumbling started in Northern Ireland. We found ourselves being deployed to vital points. Now these VPs were reservoirs, power stations, this sort of thing, and other places of interest, not to us but to the IRA. So we had to guard these. Now we worked as sections, so we didn't often meet up, so Dave and I never really met that often because we was all over the place. It wasn't until we got to the 15th of August 1969 when we were called onto the streets. Now, support company was anti-tanks mortars with the Corps of Drums in reserve. We were the first company to march up the Falls Road. And we can always remember this machine gun somewhere nearby firing. And the look on all our faces, it said it all. What the hell have we done for ourselves now? And here we were stuck in the middle of it. After these months on the streets, we came back to England, preparing to go to Germany. Now Germany was completely different than obviously Northern Ireland and the Far East. Dave and I were in the same gun crew, 5-6 Alpha. Dave was number 2 on the main armament. He was the one that unloaded it, kept the spotting rifle loaded, kept it clean and kept it firing. Our DC, Bogger Bayliss, Corporal Ray Bayliss, he was in charge. We had a number 1, which was Tony Handley, and I was the driver. Now, out in Germany we used to start early when we did exercises. I, being the driver, would get the vehicle going, and I mean early, sort of 4:30 time, 5 o'clock, something like that. I would get the vehicle going, they would be in the back, and all of a sudden a cup of tea would slide up beside me, and it would stay by my gear select lever. Then mess tin, bacon and beans, that would come up. How the hell I was supposed to eat and drink while driving, I do not know, but we managed it somehow. Dave was always one for the crew. He used to keep that vehicle immaculate. It was really livable, but hard to live in, if you know what I mean. I lost touch with him after I came out. I know he stayed in the anti-tank platoon, and I think they had a bit of a fun time in Londonderry from what I can gather. I wish I'd stayed with them because they were a great bunch of guys. When I think back of those days, I see all the faces so clearly. They're days that I will never forget. Thank you.
Thank you.